Brentford 2 and Depression FC 0. Yes, people, why football here? And welcome back to Arsenal Reviews, a show where we review all Arsenal games, talking friendlies, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and I am depressed. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm feeling ill. I'm a bit under the weather. I've got a cold. It's not COVID. But boy, this did not cheer me up. What a depressing performance from Arsenal. First game of the season, I was actually looking forward to it. I don't know why, but as the game got closer, I was really looking forward to it. And season might as well be over. Might as well go again in 2022, 2023. Because it literally summed up all I was worried about in pre-season. I was worried in pre-season. I was like, you don't play pre-season games to lose. So I don't know why people aren't worried looking at it. We go in and it's exactly the same. The only thing that changed was the kits. It was the same style of football. The stats you can see on the screen with me. 22 shots, 66% possession, empty stats. Anyone that watched the game would know we did nothing with that. For all the ball we had and for all the shots we had, useless. Shots were just outside the box. Tavares hit it from outside the box. Lokonga a couple of times. Tierney. Everyone was just shooting from outside the box and not even close. Your professional footballers at least test the keeper, man. Just going out, Rose, corner flags. Oh my God, the only two chances we had was for Emil Smith Rowe, who actually played well. Turning with the ball, neat Maradona-esque turn and running forward, but his shot was a bit weak because he took the ball a bit too far. And then secondly, when Tierney whipped it back to Pepe, who literally forced an absolutely outstanding save from Raya. It was basically identical to Brentford's first goal, but Raya made an absolutely top-class save. So yeah, let's go through the timeline of the match at first, for those of you that watched it. So we actually had as soon as the game started, it was all us. We were attacking Brentford's half. But as the first half wore on, Brentford got more in it. They were relying on counter-attacking football. And they looked better when we had the ball. We're both counter-attacking sides, man. They played a back five and they exposed us. Honestly, they exposed us. Thomas Frank out-tactics Mikel Arteta in every department. You cannot tell me that we don't have better players than Brentford. So why are we getting out-tacticked like that? It's disappointing. But yeah, they end up scoring the first goal. It was Canos, the winger. Just literally, there was a slight chance of it being off because they penetrated it, and then I believe Chamber just cleared it. There was a slight chance of it being off. To be honest, I really don't care if it was off at all. I do not care one bit. You defend better. Only literally casuals make that excuse about it being off. They go through Canos, takes on Chambers. It's too easy. Chambers lets him in on his right foot way too easy, and he finds the bottom corner there. Near post, so Leno has to be questioned if it's near post because Ray made identical save, and that was 1-0 Brentford, and they literally sat on it. Relied on counter-attack. Ivan Toney bullied us all game, man. Literally saw it coming in the preview. I was like, he's the danger man. Bullied us all game. This MBMU guy, whatever he is, man. Like, the geezer's like 5 foot nothing, and he literally just out-bullied us as well. What is going on? It's like we don't have a defence. And people saying, oh, what's Arteta going to do with that defence? I guarantee if we had another manager, Conte will do something with that defence. We have better players than Brentford on the pitch. There's no excuse to lose 2-0. But yeah, so then they had the first half. Second half, we came out the blocks and we actually started to play football. But I knew it because it was just like Tottenham, just like Chelsea. For all the ball, we scored nothing and they scored from the one chance they had. And this is Stoke City, Rory Delap-esque football. For those of you that are like a bit older, like in your late teens, for example, you'd know about this. Rory Delap was the fattest Brexit footballer. He used to just dash the ball on long throw-ins every time and we would always got caught out. And it did the same thing. Throw-in, we missed the first header. And then there's two of them queuing up. Kieran Tierney, not strong enough, man. He got outlet by two casuals. Norgaard in the end scored, but there was two of them there. I don't know who the second one was. But they were right there to score. Leno, be stronger. There's a chance of him being held down. I don't care if you're being held down. Be stronger, man. You're the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper gets the benefit of the doubt in the penalty box. So punch the ball away. Do something, man. Don't just let your defenders deal with it. You know you're the goalkeeper. You're the one that can use your hands. It's just literally silly mistakes and a lack of care, lack of passion, lack of determination. They wanted it more than us. There's no excuse for another football team wanting it more than you. No excuse whatsoever. You knew they were going to be pumped. It was their new team. You knew they were going to be on it. So why are we resorting to playing awful and letting them dominate, letting them have the chance, let them come on the counter-attack? We literally played into their hands. The only two chances we had when Saka came on for Balogun. Balogun had a bit of a quiet game, to be fair. He was kind of thrown in. I don't think he was expecting to start, but Aubameyang and Lacazette were both ill, and Nketiah was injured, ill like me, to be fair. I don't know what's going around. Everyone's ill. Yeah, he had a bit of a quiet game. And Saka came on, he was actually making something happen, man. You don't have to score, but do something with the football. Be positive. That's all we ask. And he was making something happen. Had a couple chances, but nothing clear-cut for all the chance. For all the 22 shots, nothing really, I should say, wow, we should have scored. We should have scored. None of those chances happened, yeah. That was basically it. We lose 2-0. Disappointing. The most funniest point of the game was when Carragher said, my mate Ty won't be happy. That was the only part that made me happy because the rest of it was just dead. Dead. Now I guess we move on to the elephant in the room. Mikel Arteta, where do we go from here? For me, he has to go after this. I don't care if it's the first game of the season. We have better football. Player for player, we have a better squad than Brentford. So there's no excuse to lose 2-0. No excuse. You can lose 2-0 if they scored 2 absolute crackers outside the box and we peppered their goal and their keeper just had absolutely outstanding performance. Like De Gea against us. You know when we lost 3-1 to Man United and De Gea just saved about 14 shots and he had a superhuman performance. Like he would have saved the Titanic. If that happens, you hold your hands and go, it's one of those days. But we did absolutely nothing. If an alien came down to earth and watched that game, they'd go, Brentford is the Premier League club and Arsenal just got promoted. No one can tell me otherwise. They outbossed us in every element of the game, in heart, attack, defence. We had no game plan. It's exactly the same as last year. Pass it around for the sake of it. No penetrating passes. Literally, Arteta, man, they said, Eddie has to go, Kroenke has to go. Don't get me wrong, but Arteta has to take blame because I do believe another manager gets more from these players. Because there's no way we've got worse players than Brentford players, man. The system's wrong. Something's not working. We said given pre-season, nothing changed over pre-season. It's exactly the same as last season. Literally exactly the same. The only thing that changed was the kits. Disappointing. I'm going to go through the player ratings. I'm going to call it a day because I am absolutely knackered. Burnley on goal, he gets a 3, to be honest. Actually, no, I'll give him a 2 because both goals he had a part to play. First one, should have saved it near post. I know defending was poor, but like, it's your near post. You're going to get questions to keep, especially when Raya pulled off a worldie in the second half. That was basically the same shot, if not harder from Raya, because Pepe hit that harder. Second goal, needs to be stronger past the ball, and punching the ball, sorry. So he gets a 3. Chambers gets a 3 as well. Poor, offered no attacking threat. He literally got skilled up, got broken. His ankles got taken to the Lidl, the convenience stores, by that Canos guy. Got absolutely sent. He gets a 3 as well. Ben White, a 3, did absolutely nothing. The game, didn't even know he was playing, to be fair. Was shaky when he even had to boot the ball away a couple of times. Pablo Mari, a 3. Literally, the whole defence is getting 3s because they're all poor. Pablo Mari is exposed, he's slow. There was one point when they got through, and he was jogging back. There's no way if this brother is that slow. There's no way on planet Earth you can be that slow. Awful. Kieran Tierney gets a 5 because at least he tried. He was whipping some crosses in, making stuff happen. Poor defensively on the second goal, but he was the one that was making something happen down the wing, so I got to give him a 5 for the effort. Xhaka, I'll give a 5 as well. Wasn't his worst game. He almost got caught out in the first half. But other than that, he tried to tick the ball, get the game going, but he needed Partey next to him, you could tell. Lokonga 6, I actually liked the way he was playing. Got some nice turns, got some nice forward thinking, but just wasn't enough. One player's not going to change it. Pepe, a 4, basically did nothing. If he scored that goal, it would have been brilliant because it was a great strike, but once again, quiet game from him, man. If you don't see him do anything, he's a passenger. And he's, for a player that's so skillful with the ball, he doesn't do it enough. I don't know whether it's a lack of confidence, but he's had no confidence his whole Arsenal career, so I don't even think it's that. But yeah, he gets a 5. Emil Smith-Rowe gets a 7. I actually think he was very, very good. He was always demanding the ball, doing something with it, good ball carrying, neat turns, a couple of very nice Maradona turns. Like Maradona would be learning. Messi would have been learning from some of those turns. So I give him a 7. Martinelli a 5. Quiet game. Got pulled about halfway through the second half because he really just wasn't in the game at all. And Balogun as well a 5. Same, just wasn't really in the game. You could tell our strikers weren't fresh enough. Both of them didn't have a proper preseason. Balogun barely played because Nketiah got the head of it. And Martinelli was at the Olympics and didn't get much game time. In terms of the subs, Saka, I'll give him a 7 as well. Looked good when he came on. Demanded the ball, tried to make something happen. Reece Nelson, I'll give a 5 because he was quiet, did absolutely nothing. And Nuno Tavares as well, a 5. All I remember him doing was taking a long shot. This, boys and girls, was one of the worst starts of the season we've had, and we are an awful football club. Let me know where we go from here because I am literally stuck. I've been White Football, and I'll see you guys in the next video.